Expedia's chairman has confirmed that the company's CEO Dara Khosrowshahi has been tapped to lead Uber. Khosrowshahi succeeded co-founder Travis Kalanick, who left the troubled global ride-hailing startup in June under investor pressure. Bloomberg technology anchor Emily Chang joins us with the details from San Francisco. Emily, great to have you on. Just explain to us how Uber narrowed it down to this one particular candidate, and given all the issues the company faces here, what do we expect him to tackle on day one?
Right, and Dara Khosrowshahi was really the dark horse candidate. His name never surfaced in anyone's reporting. Some say he's the truce candidate, quote unquote, because the other two people in this race were Meg Whitman, the CEO of HP Enterprise, and Jeff Immelt, chairman of GE. Some members of the board favored Jeff Immelt. Some members of the board favored Meg Whitman. They could not agree on one or the other of them, and it all happened very quickly and very dramatically. On Friday, Immelt presented to the board. Dara Khosrowshahi also presented to the board. Meg Whitman talked to the board. She also talked to the board on Saturday. On Sunday morning, Jeff Immelt withdrew, and Meg Whitman really seemed to be the favorite in that moment. But what they could not agree on was the terms. How involved would Travis Kalanick still be? How much power would the board still wield? And by the end of the day, they had gone with Dara Khosrowshahi, the CEO of Expedia, who by all accounts has a very strong record at Expedia. He prior worked as the CFO of IAC. He has banking experience before that. So he does have the sort of deep finance background that perhaps some of the board members, like Benchmark Capital, were really looking for.
He also has experience dealing with Google as well at Expedia, which may come in handy if he is indeed leading Uber in its arguments, right, with Google, lawsuit, I should say. Tell us a little bit about his priorities and his to-do list, because there's a huge string of things that he has to address.
Right. I mean, number one, I think cultural issues, huge. I mean, this is what took Uber CEO Travis Kalanick down in the first place, was this contention from a female engineer that she was sexually harassed and that there were deep-seated cultural issues. She called it a political thrones game of war, just the way that managers would interact with each other. A number of executives have left, in part because they couldn't work with Travis Kalanick himself. There is not a deep bench at Uber. They don't have many executives in this C-suite. Now they've got a CEO. Dara Khosrowshahi is going to need to hire a CFO and other C-suite executives to help him lead this company. My guess is he's going to start recruiting right away, recruiting for those high-level positions, and then try to tackle the culture, which, impacts the entire company. And then, of course, you've got the balance sheet. This is a company that's they just lost, more than $600 million in the last quarter. They're bringing in billions and billions of dollars in revenue, but at some point they have to turn this into a sustainable business.